Eastern Conference Finals preview?
Could be.
Celtics, Cavs. What are the chances? Can you not see me? I just asked you.
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay.
For Cleveland, yeah. For Boston, you know, there's still a lot of unanswered questions in Boston. You know, they got a lot of great young talent, but
You can't fill in this water. Take that stuff off, man.
I still feel that they need one or two big name guys. And you know, Isaiah, I love him. He's just
Big name in what area, in what position?
just a guy, a big name person, a big name scorer, guys that could, you know, help them get easy baskets. Because, you know, right now, you know, they do move the ball well, but it's a lot of one-on-one basketball. And Isaiah, I'm not going to say anything bad at him because he's having a hell of a year. I just wish he was 6'6".
You know, I would say this, Shaq.
You know,
I
a lot
would
of times
add
because
on.
of his size, you know, he forces a lot of shots. So to answer your question, Ernie, maybe, but probably not.
I think it's very difficult, Ernie, to have a team that doesn't have a guy who gets double-teamed every night and be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And that's
they
what
don't
I
have
mean by
one
big name
player
star.
that gets double-teamed. And that's actually my rule about trades, when people ask me about trades. Well, if you're going to trade a guy who is getting double-teamed for a guy who can't get double-teamed, to me that's a bad trade. When a guy gets double-teamed, that's an offense in itself.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to run plays. You throw him the ball, he gets doubled, and then all of a sudden guys are open.
Well,
so that's what they're missing to me, a guy who every night gets
demands the double.
Every night.
What's interesting, the Cavs going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
We think so.
I have no, well, they're going to be.
We think so, yeah.
Unless LeBron breaks a leg or something between now and then. But I don't even have any idea who the second best team in the Eastern Conference is. I do agree
That's
with
what Toronto, Boston, and both.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto's better.
I think Toronto, they would beat Boston. But the key to me with Boston is Isaiah Thomas, he's their finisher. But he has to make every single play down the stretch for them to win games. And I think it's very.
But do you double him when he's making those
I'm not.
plays?
No, because
right.
because
See, he comes off the screen,
Yeah.
he's open.
Yeah, but I'm saying
you can't do this if you're.
Yeah, but I think because his size is a detriment in late in games because he has to make hell of a shots.
That's why.
He's
why I
a
wish he
hell
was
of a
6'6".
player. Well, I wish I was 6'6", but I'm not. But this guy has to make a lot of tough shots, and I'm not sure there's any other player on Boston you could get a ball to and say, "Get me a basket."
Well, I mean, he's getting 26 a night. He's
I understand
27
that.
a night.
I understand it.
I mean, he's getting buckets, but I just think at key times.
But I'm saying at key times when you get deep in the playoffs,
Right.
a team going to say, we're taking the ball out of your hands.
Right.
Isaiah's not going to score. You can't say that with Cleveland. You can go to Kevin Love. You can go to LeBron. You can go to Kyrie. With Boston, Isaiah has to make every single play for them to be effective, and I don't think you can win like that.
Al Horford hasn't helped them enough to, in that regard, just in scoring.
Al Horford's a good, solid player, but he's not a guy you can get a ball to and get me a bunch of baskets.
But you know what he has done? He's elevated Boston to where the Hawks were. So
where, middle of the road?
No, they were second best team.
They were not.
In the East.
They were not.
They got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
So what?
That means you're the second best team.
That does not
That means you're the best record, and you get there. That means you're the second best team.
They got swept by the Cavaliers.
Right, they were the second best team.
And if John Wall hadn't got hurt, the Hawks wouldn't have been there.
No,
Would you please stop it?
You think the Washington Wizards? Are you looking at that?
The Washington Wizards would have beat the Atlanta Hawks 2 years ago if John Wall hadn't got hurt.
We really gotten to that point where we're
He's
talking about the
elevated
series
them,
2 years
Ernie,
ago right now.
to what the Hawks were.
Well, Ernie,
Right.
well, first of all, the reason we got to this point, because we know the Cavaliers are going to be in the finals.
Yeah.
That's how sad the Eastern Conference is.
Did they impress you on Christmas Day in the win over Golden State?
Yeah, they did. You know, Kenny knows this firsthand. You know, there's always that hangover after you win your championship, and you know they come out, they're together. You know, they're playing well. They were down, and you know, at home they just fought back. You know, they just got it done.
You know what didn't impress me about that?
What?
They lose the next night.
LeBron didn't play, fool.
But it's still, it doesn't matter.
Oh, what?
It happens, Kenny.
Kenny,
It happens.
There was no LeBron James.
It happens.
To me, the championship teams will rebound on big games and big wins just as they will rebound on big losses.
Yeah,
so
man, but,
to
know,
me,
first of all,
that surprised me.
It happens.
It's so what
happens.
you just
You
said.
go on.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you took LeBron James off the Cavaliers I'm not sure they would make the playoffs.
But if you took Steph Curry out of a game, or Durant out of a game, or Klay Thompson out of a game, or Draymond Green out of a game, they will still be there.
They would be there. They might not beat the Spurs or the Clippers, but if you take away, first of all, they won 74 games without Kevin Durant.
That's my point.
But the Cavaliers aren't like that. LeBron James, he makes all that stuff go.
Actually, 73.